Hey, what's up, all you amazing geeks and gamers? My name is Bryan Donihue, and I am your one-legged GM. Today, we're doing one-legged layout and design because it is Sunday, and I have work to do. So, I'll be doing that today. We are working on November's Lair magazine. Lair magazine is, of course, put out by DM Lair, Luke Hart, who's got amazing 5e and PF2 resources. Great DM and great has a great resource set. I'll try to link to his stuff here a little bit later in the chat. Trying to think, it's been a while since we've been here. Last time we were working on the Lairs and Legends or Loot and Lore. I don't remember which one we were working on. Either way, that project is slowly coming to an end, which is awesome. For that, actually, we're on final edits for Lairs and Legends and getting ready to start the edit round for Loot and Lore. Massive 2-volume set. Lairs and Legends is over 400 pages. I think Loot and Lore is well over 3. It's been fun and amazing. Apologies. I'm going to sniffle and probably end up blowing my nose multiple times because my cat was in here and decided that she needed lovin's, which is great. I love loving on my cat. However, my allergies don't, and the allergy meds have not kicked in yet. So, of course, right before I stream is when all the stuff starts running, right? So I will try to catch the... I'm going to sniff. Just the way it is. I will try to catch and mute the mic when I blow my nose. I'll try. Not promising anything. Apologize for that in advance because that's the way it's going to be. So, let's see here. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. What am I thinking? What else am I missing? Announcement-wise, we should be back this Wednesday. We were supposed to be back last Wednesday, but health. Hopefully we're back this Wednesday to pick up where we left off with our amazing stunt persons are us. Apparently, we're playing with Holly Weird now, which is fine. I love that. Love that setting. Yeah. So without further ado, let's cue the music. Let's kick in on the design side of things. Away we go. Helps if I actually make those transitions here. Let's kick in the music. Once again, ooh, that's loud for me. If it's too loud for you, if I'm not talking over it, let me know. Probably it's going to be just kind of barely in the background, which is fine. Major Kyla is here. Thank you so much for being here and being one of my awesome mods. Just starting. So I just downloaded. I've already started working on the issue, and I needed some artwork, so I grabbed this because we were doing a Trolls Cauldron. So let's go ahead and play with this. I think everything's up. Cool. What am I doing now? Oh. Go to the filter. Make it look like an illustration of sorts. As we do. Theoretically, I should catch more of the, I should catch more of the chat, because theoretically the chat should be popping up in the lower right-hand corner of the screen now. We'll get there eventually. Let's add a look. What's the cartoon look like? It's not bad. Considering that I only need about this much of it, that's not bad at all. I kind of like that, actually. Let's go with that. All right, so now let's... Where am I putting this? About a third. Nifty. So let's do this. It's not what I wanted. So one of the cool things about that, if you are a budding artist, you really need to understand and learn how to use and even create your own brushes. The brushes that I use are either created wholly by me or modified heavily for my use. So as I'm outlining here, yep, starting again. Apologize. What's life at this point? So with these brushes in Photoshop, this is actually kind of a swatch of that brush, that by starting with by one specific shape and then adjusting how big it gets, if it shifts angles or whatever, and how it scatters, you can actually create and change the pattern completely, which allows you to get some cool effects if you dial them in correctly. I should keep the cauldron, since it's actually about the cauldron. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually applying it to what's called a layer mask. So a mask is something that masks, mask is something that masks the area, just this little critter right over here, and allows me to show or hide bits and pieces of that layer. Now the fun part about these projects, since these projects are not designed for print, these are actually designed for PDF. I don't have to mess with CMYK or any of the color spaces. Yeah, Danielle, the filter changes. Just saw your comment. Yeah, the filters I use, I can do so many cool effects with them just as a one click. On the back end, you're not seeing all the stuff that's applied to it, obviously. But just changing that one, that's why I love using that, because I can use I can take some of the most banal or mundane artwork and punch it up, make it really cool if I do it right. Which is why Luke likes what I do, because we can take some interesting, some boring artwork that doesn't look like it would fit anything and make it look interesting. The process I used to have to go through with Luke, which I'm glad we came to an agreement on, is I would go through and I would select a bunch of artwork that I thought would work and hope that I figured out where it would go and submit them to Luke, and he would purchase the rights and then do it. And that's all fine and dandy, but that takes about 4 times longer than anything. And frankly, you know, I'd try to use it and it'd be the spot that I didn't, you know, I'd try to go into a spot that really didn't fit or whatever. And that's just not good. So we talked a lot about it and actually decided I'd buy the artwork. He'd reimburse me. So I was licensing it for him, and we move on. A little orange or in other pages pink areas. That's all. Oh my gosh. These allergies are going to drive me nuts. Those are all where likely these will actually be italic. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. So now we've laid out the first part of traps. Enchanted tome. Yeah, I think I can actually do a... Let's insert some art. Fantasy book. That should come up with some fun stuff. So I need something tall and skinny. That I like. That'll work. And it's fun enough I don't have to run it through the filter. What happens? So how's everybody's week been? We're the weekend after Labor Day weekend, the holiday weekend for those of us here in the States. It's been all weekend working. Well, Saturday and Sunday I spent working on design projects. Monday, I went to the range and had a ball and burnt my face and the top of my head because I forgot a hat. So I'm to that point where it's kind of starting to peel. You know, so I look like I have a giant, you know, case of raging dandruff, which is always a fun way to go. But I did get to finally shoot a couple rifles that I inherited that had some historical significance. Cool. Star Trek Adventures. Is that a board game or video game? Oh, sweet. This is an RPG, huh? What system is it? I have a couple Star Trek books on my shelf. I think I still have them on the shelf. But they're old. I don't even know who made them. You're fine. Cool. All right, what's next? I really ought to stream more during this, because I'd rather talk to you folks than just talk to myself as I go through this crap. Oh, nice. Sounds like an interesting system. Monsters. Which one is the monsters? Creatures. Okay. Just my wonky challenge dice thing that got rid of since GM didn't like that part. Trying the new system. Cool. Let me know what you think. Alright, now we get to have fun with monsters. Oh, this is it. Pardon me while I huff and hum when we have stuff like this. Anyways. I thought. System rules. Huh, cool. That actually makes a lot of sense for a Starbase game. Especially when like Star Trek, where you really are relying on the entire crew to do a lot of things. I dig that. Oh, the other thing I did last week, some of you will be glad to hear this. I got about a third of the way through the prologue for a brand new sci-fi series. Writing a brand new sci-fi series. It's gonna be interesting. It'll be really, really interesting. I think. I hope. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. Where can we drop this? There. That's what I'm going to do. By the way, we are still ad support, and I do have to. I do have to run ads. So at some point, probably within the next 10 to 15 minutes, I will run a 3-minute ad and go from there. That way we can avoid some of the stuff and do some of the other stuff and theoretically earn money. Theoretically, mind you. Do that for the first one. I did not. Of course I did not. I couldn't be bothered. Which means this. Let's come down. Oh. So we decided, talk to the mods and partners in our dev team. And we decided that we're going to run, or try for at least a while, the running our own ads instead of letting the ad manager pick and estimate and guess and all that fun stuff. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so the Harlequin. Yeah, it did it again. Dang it. I wonder if I can do this. Which, of course, means I also lost music and everything. Are you guys still with me? Let's see if I'm still logged in. Yep, I'm still live. Good. Kind of. Okay. Let's see if I can solve this. I think I can restart. Okay. Hey, look at that. It actually restarted. Whew. Well, that means I won't have an hour and a half of useless crap like last week. I really have to be careful with that anymore. What's our artwork? So Harlequin. And considering how cool the artwork is that I always get from Luke, I don't want you guys to miss out on the artwork. That's not what I expected as a Harlequin. Alright. Color me shocked and impressed and yeah, all of that. little bit. So, but theoretically, you guys can see that. Give me a second here. I'm just checking on something real quick. Okay, cool. By the way, it's really weird to watch yourself on Twitch because of the, yeah. Yeah, that was kind of my reaction too. Yeah. I don't know what I was expecting. I was not expecting Margot Robbie, but I also was not expecting that. So, anyways, still cool though. Now let's make the text flow around it. Alpha channel. Please keep up. Ooh, that's kind of there. Actually, I want to flow to left side only. Detect edges. I'll live with that. I'll live with that. All right, cool. Now we get to stat block. And this critter has a monster stat block. Because of course they do. I'll finish off this stat block. Now it's over here. So, this goofy looking lettering right here. Sorry, sidetracked. Realized I forgot something. This goofy looking lettering right here is wrong. If I try to just correct it, it doesn't work. That's what it should look like. It's a glitch in the input template. That being said, however, I do think I want to go ahead and take a quick break. We're going to take our 3-minute break right now. I'm going to continue working on this. I'm also going to blow my nose off screen and off mic, so that way you don't have to deal with it. But yeah, I think let's do that. And we'll go from there. So, 3-minute ad incoming right about now. And my apologies to to my subs who are watching and didn't have to suffer through that ad break. Anyways. Let's see here. I have monster-wise? Ooh, that's them all. Sweet. Sweet. One minute left for those of you who are subs and still hanging out. Whee! All right, theoretically, we are back from an ad break. So we like to have a lot of this. I like working on the layer magazines because it's got all this cool monster artwork that I don't have to figure out. So now we're Scottish. Got it. How is this on a D&D playlist? Whatever. I'm going to stop asking that question. Because, anyways. There we go. Crystal Noble. Whee! Fair. Don't get me wrong, it's a well done rendition. Just I don't expect this on a D&D playlist. We'll see if that generates a copyright strike again this time. That's true. It is true. Scotland is Star Trek. All right. I swear I spend half of these podcasts talking about what the music sounds like. Seriously, I gotta do this more with you guys. This is fun. Maybe I ought to do this while I'm laying out or I'm working on the Fringe book. That could be fun. Alright, where's my noble? Wee. Hey, look, it's Mr. Sparkles. It's not even his personality. Mr. Self-Important there. Yeah, I like it. Alrighty. Almost just cursed myself. I'm going to say it anyways. I'm going to go ahead and curse myself anyways. Almost said, well, this is too easy. It's not any challenge in this. That was a rather appropriate music drop. I couldn't have timed that music better. Speaking of music, playing music while gaming, yes or no? And do you do specific soundtracks for specific games? Or do you just kind of play... Well, do you do music? Do you do sound effects? Or all the above? Personally, I used to a lot when I gamed at my house. I used to do, pardon me. Used to do a lot of soundtracks, which I really like. It's kind of fun. But it has to be the right group, pardon me, and the right music for me. I do a lot of... I love when I'm playing a sci-fi game and I can really find the right music, soundtracks. It needs to enhance the feel. A second. Definitely the right group I played with people. Yeah, for me, the ambient stuff has to enhance it. It has to be the right game. For me, since I have played sci-fi for so long, one of my biggest love collecting sci-fi, and I'm a huge soundtrack junkie, soundtrack and score junkie. So I love it when the right soundtracks come along. For deep, dark, scary sci-fi stuff, the Event Horizon soundtrack is absolutely terrifying. I mean, that's fair. But much like, in my opinion, much like a movie soundtrack, man, it can make or break the feel. Like thinking about a scary music or a scary scene, you wouldn't want something like this playing in the background. But I was absolutely blown away when first time I played, we were doing a sci-fi game. They were boarding a ship that had been out of they were boarding a ship that had been lost for a long time. And yeah, the Event Horizon soundtrack is just brilliant. Fun movie if you like that sort of horror type thing. But the soundtrack is brilliant. Just the score. Anyways. And it's amazing. And then I'll admit I had fun. I always have fun as a GM. And my players, when they get to know me, like we'd start playing it when we were building Hidden Worlds, which is a modern day urban fantasy. I very often played modern day music in the background. And my players used to freak out whenever I started the Resident Evil soundtrack. The movies, especially number 3. 1 and 2 are decent. 3 is that creepy techno. Yeah. I'd start playing it, and they're like, crap, we're gonna die. Alright. They don't always die. Sometimes became undead, but that's a whole other issue. There are just some soundtracks that I absolutely love gaming to with the right. And honestly, I write to a lot of music like that. Again, scores, not soundtracks usually, because I can't do words, with very few exceptions. But I've got a couple different writing playlists that actually have... What the heck? Well, Bryan, pay attention to what you're doing. A couple different writing playlists that have different scores on them based on the mood of what I'm writing. So if I'm getting into action, I kick in the action score playlist. Horror, same thing. Different playlist, obviously. And yet a very different... I couldn't work in silence to this playlist because it bounces all over the place. And that would drive me nuts. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty. But this is the Traveler. Like that. Digging the artwork. Digging the artwork. Side alpha. Well, I guess I gotta go in closer. I don't even know if you can see these tiny dots on here. I've talked about this before, but this is the stroke path around, that is set up around this. Kind of gives a buffer as to keep the words out. Cool. Whee! Wow, it's been almost an hour already. Only one technical glitch, knock on wood. So Danielle, what's your favorite music to play while gaming? Obviously, depending on game and group, but do you have anything that you kind of is your go-to? I just have to stop and think. I've got several second delay. Interesting. I never would have thought about that. I'll have to give that a try. Granted, I'm usually too OCDC. Oh, it's one of those days. I'm usually too OCD about the music that I want. But if I'm just doing ambient, that's actually not a bad plan. Have you ever done soundtracks for your characters? As in what they would play, assuming they have modern music or whatever? I did. I did one for a bard, go figure. Very interesting mix. Very chaotic. Considering the bard was chaotic neutral? Sure. Wow. Never made mixtapes. Do kids even do that? Do they just make playlists? Here's my playlist. This is my playlist for you, dear love. Do they even do that today? Wouldn't be surprised if they did, but... Recording off the radio. Oh. Brings back terrible memories. That was always the worst. That trying to make sure you got the right song at the right time and start it. Golly sakes. That always was the worst. Although, if you listen to if it was part of the top 40 countdown or whatever, you'd usually get it pretty good. So, let's see here. I need to make room. Nice thing about doing the PDF version is I can cheat on the pages if I need to. Like, I can actually make this just a little bit longer. Three, two. Yeah. I was so happy when I got the dual cassette boom box, because then you could actually tape. Okay, for everybody listening, I'm old. You can actually tape, basically tape to tape. If you got lucky, if you got the cool boom boxes, which were way too dang expensive. Oh, won't Mr. Pointy here be interesting to place? That rather long pointy thing's going to be a problem. Insert the obligatory "that's what she said" joke. Or that's what he said, depending on your flavor. There we go. Yeah. How have we already spent an hour together? That's ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, it's kind of fun, but time flies when you're plotting to end the world. Interesting. All right. What's the destroyer look like? All right. I'm not going to have bug nightmares at all, am I? Wow. This giant bug has a charisma of 20. That's frightening. Let's bump. Bump you. Whee! Seriously, how'd this thing end up with a charisma of 20? That's not a butterfly. I mean, it's pretty. Don't get me wrong. I guess it's pretty. All right, our befuddler. What's our befuddler look like? Megamind? All right. So what you're saying is drugs, right? I mean, could be. Maybe. Let's see. +9 to persuasion. Immune to charmed. Understands all languages but cannot speak. However, telepathy to 120. Woof. That's a mean critter. Seriously. Okay, this will be the last time we listen to this playlist. Because I just can't. In fact, I'm going to switch it up. Spells. Wow. Wait. Let's see here. Our befuddler. Okay. I really have to turn that off when I do this. I really need to turn that function off. On the plus side, we know how to recover from it. So, thankfully, because it's a Mac, it doesn't shut the computer down when you go put the thing to sleep. If I was on a PC, I'd have killed the stream twice already. Alright. Back to our... Is this Megamind or... What's it? Doctor Who, is that is an Ood? Is that what they're called? Scary gray things that can't talk? I mean, you tell me, but I'm kind of thinking so. Like that. See, I genuinely like this artwork. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Except he didn't have the little tentacle thingies that I always thought Mind Flayers had. Could be wrong. To be fair, it has been about 2.5 generations since I've actually played D&D. I know, sacrilege for a gamer, right? Or 2.5 versions, anyways. Speaking of D&D, speaking of D&D, did anyone catch the hints that were thrown out by the folks from WotC during their Gen Con interviews? They were hinting awful hard that their next D&D Beyond, that the new virtual tabletop is going to be microtransactional Hades. They've said multiple times that they believe that 5e or that D&D is under-monetized. You're not the only one. I only know it because I keep up with folks who are. One of these days I gotta get some links in here so we can do that. But person that's currently heading product development comes from the electronic gaming side, which is why their virtual tabletop, which is pretty, don't get me wrong, it's gorgeous, is, well, the way it is. They think they're under-monetized. They have the largest fan base of any RPG. I believe they're under-monetized. That's... Can we call it dumb? Can we call it short-sighted? I think short-sighted. Short-sighted works. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. Well, and the other problem is that the people who might still care at WotC, and I'll grant there are people who still care, are so far removed from any of the decision-making area in Hasbro. Hang on a second. Anyway, so far removed from the decision-making that they'll never be seen. Now, don't get me wrong. One of Hasbro's duties as a corporate entity is to make sure that the stockholders get a return on investment. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, generally speaking. This case has other problems with it, but generally speaking, a return on investment, fiduciary responsibility, is usually a good thing. But I think the folks at Hasbro corporate are going to eventually realize they're making big mistakes. They're literally cutting off their noses to spite their face. Yes, that's an excellent way to put it. One friend with money and all of their friends. That's pretty darn fair. Okay. See, I dig this playlist better. Of course, if people really want to play a cool game, You ought to try Hidden Worlds. I believe that link is somewhere pinned above in the comment section. And if it's not, it's oneleggedgm.com. Not to be the greedy materialistic weasel of the group here, but you got to pay bills. Every time I see these giant stat blocks, I think about our stat blocks in Hidden Worlds and go, I think I'd want to do something smaller. Whee. The fun part is all that italic, the stuff that needs to be italics. Oh, I didn't realize that. Cool. Good catch, Danielle. So 25% off subs because it's September, I think is what they're calling it. Also, if you have a Prime, an Amazon Prime account and you're not doing anything with your sub, feel free to sub using that. Doesn't cost you a dime. I still make money because Amazon pays for it. Yeah. I mean, the downside is it has to be renewed every month. The upside is yeah, make Amazon spend their money, right? Now, don't pull it from a streamer you already back. I'm not one of those guys. Keep backing your streamers if you're backing your streamer. But if you don't, if you're not, you know, I'm just saying, I know a guy who could use it. What the heck is this? It's Defiler. Ooh, you're pretty. All right, then. And this thing's a caster too? Oh. Alright. So Luke's creative team is evil. I get it. Nothing wrong with that at all. Hey, thanks for chatting. Oh. Thanks for chatting. If you're real, if you're a bot, Danielle will bounce you. Because they're good that way. If you're real, thanks for chatting. But if you're just throwing ads, eh. But yes, to answer Danielle. Thank you, Danielle. But yes, we do tend to be evil in our creations. I used to, my nickname before the one-legged thing used to be Chaotic Evil GM. Because I was. I have no problem being that. Position you. Actually, I don't think I did. Sweet. That's an ugly critter. Whee! I love how compound laughter requires a small kazoo. Because that's just amazing. I know what I'd pick up as a bard. See, now I want to run a bard who specializes in the kazoo. Because you got your lute, you know, your typical bards, the lute or the drums or the acting or whatever. And here I comes along, doot doot, magic. That's the way to go. Just saying. How cool would that be? I love that. Love playing bards because generally they're just pure chaos anyways, even if they're not chaotic. And I've never played the ones that did the whole seduction thing. Mine have always been more fun or the the diplomat side of things. But now I really want to run a bard with a summoned instrument as a kazoo. If I wanted to be a chaotic evil player, I love that. See, I go back to my old favorite, Gnome Bard, specializing in kazoo. Last bard I played was a gnome. Because they're just too funny. Okay, I love the fact that insect bite requires mosquito eggs. That's just mean. I like it. All right. Crap, now I gotta figure out what to do with this page. I know what I'm gonna do with this page. I need fantasy bard. Just cuz. Alright. Okay. I have to point out. Look, I am excluding generative AI. Part of the stock, that makes sense, it's editorial only. One of the stocks actually shows AI as an example. Issue. I gotta fill a page. What amazing, awesome art do I want? You're cool. So are you. Save that to my library. I really wanted a bard, but you're wrong. That's a cool one. Oh, it's been a while since I've used that. I'll choose you. I choose you, Pokemon. I summon death from above. Kind of like that, the green and purple. definitely like this playlist better. Actually, is interesting. Ooh, we are half past. I am going to, as I place this, I'm going to go ahead and take another 3 minutes so that we can fulfill our ad requirements here. This should take us through. This 3 minutes should take us through to the end of the hour, which is when our normal time is up. So I'll see you folks in about 3 minutes. And for those of you who are subs, I'll still be here, probably blowing my nose. So here we go. Turn my mic back on. I really should watch these videos to see if this part plays through the ads or not. I don't think it does, but let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're back. So, dropping in this fun stuff now. All the encounters. Cool. This was the image I came up with. So if you remember the other one, I tinted it purple and green. Cut out a notch. That's what it looks like. That's the finished product. I think it looks good. So next is encounters. Span all. That there. Secrets, guys. Weird paragraph. Why are you? Oh, that's why. All right, so let's play. Cool thing is all of that imported and fell kind of directly into these. I've talked about this before, but by setting up these styles correctly and then using Words Flow, which is a very expensive program that kind of allows me to use Microsoft Word with its styles and define those styles as to what they're supposed to be here in this document. It came in with very few problems. It's just cleaning up a little bit. If I didn't set this up correctly, I would end up spending so much time hand importing, like paragraph by paragraph, to make sure that things actually got set correctly. Cool. I need Seeker in the Skies. Now we get to put a map in. Seeker in the Skies. Please be a full-size map. Please be a full-size map. Please be. It's not. It's a square. Dang it. All right. While you're doing that. Do. Drop our map page in. This is where when we set up things correctly, can drop a map background in there so that when I have this smaller than size map, see, this is a square. Center the square. If we were planning this for print, I leave bunches of space on both sides. We're not planning this for print. This is for PDF only. So now I have this cool map background, or cool background on map pages, which make them stand out. Oops. You look good. I love it when stuff comes together and I don't have to actually find artwork for this. This one may be different. I might have to. Oh yeah. There's no way this... This is a table. Bryan, it's a screen. No, it's a table. And this is where it gets kind of silly. Figure out how long this takes. Why are you... Styles. There we go. Over here. where this is going. We're going to do that. I need artwork. So generally with these layer magazines, he's got 4 encounters. Each one has a map. 4 planned encounters. Oh yeah, that's going to require a page on its own. Awesome. No way around that. All right, cool. What will work? Whee! Alright, so it's gonna need artwork. I don't know that this will. I can get away with that. Cool. Alright, so that's gonna. I need artwork. Trius Vigil. Hey, I might have the thing for that. Do I have? Close enough. That I can use. It's so funny, I accidentally licensed that file earlier today. Yesterday. I don't know, days are running together. Anyways, looking for something else. And I accidentally licensed this one, which is fine because I can now use it. It's kind of an awakened tree. It's close enough anyways. Actually, let's run the filter on it and we'll make it fuzzy. How are we making it fuzzy, you say? Well, we're going to make it like Van Gogh painted it. One of my favorite filters. Actually, let's go to Hopper. That'll work. interesting. Big. Whee. All right. Big old boy. He ain't big enough. Then we hide him. Cool. I'll come back in and fill in that stuff. Now I gotta put the why is that funny? Vigil. Oh, one. Apply our map background. Citrus Vigil. I do really like his art, his maps. All right. Standard. Seriously, could you imagine trying to remember all of the font styles, all of the font sizes, whether it's the subcapitals or not, or small caps or not? Could you imagine trying to figure that out? It'd be crazy to try to remember all that. You'd have a list, and heaven help you if you made a mistake. All right. Doesn't play with Born Believer. Trying to get this. We'll be done here in just a few minutes, but I figured I'd go ahead and finish out this encounters section with you folks. We are close. Like legit close. And the crescendoing music just seems to take us to that. This is the finale wrap-up. That moment right there is when the bad guy muscle twitches. It's an action movie. The hero has saved their significant other, arms around them, puppy dog playing in the background. And right at that moment, as you fade to black, the muscle on the bad guy twitches, setting you up for movie 2. It's almost like I've watched a few action movies, right? Seriously, though, where would we be without the tropes? They are fun. And this is an opening theme for a soft romantic drama or drama. Think the feather floating in from Forrest Gump. The opening scene from Secondhand Lions where the plane is coming through. Yeah. More of an action drama than a romantic drama. This one needs artwork. Fantasy. Without the dude there, that'd be perfect. Like you, keep you for later. Crystal mine. Okay. Like you, save you for later. It's kind of a chasm. Let's see here. Nope. Come on. There we go. That's generic enough. Let's license it. I'm signed in. See? Yeah, you'll work. But I need right there. All of this gorgeous work for this little slice right here. Here's the fun part about what I do. The right touches can add all kinds of looks. That looks good. You side page am I on? All of that for that little slice of it. Need to cut a bunch of across the top. No, we don't. We're going to do this the interesting way. Yeah. So what's funny is if I really wanted to, I could use that, the rest of that picture somewhere else, even in the same book, and you wouldn't be able to tell. All right. Probably ought to include the map for that as well. My parent pages. All right. Last encounter. You done. The cool. I'm going to fill this with other gook. Yeah, I'll figure it out. All right. Last map. My parent pages. Field pursuit. Alrighty. You should see the November one shot I just did for that for Luke. 13 maps in a 30 some odd page document. Cool one shot. All right. As of right now, that would be it for encounters, which brings us to a great stopping point. So, and the music paused at the right time. So, thank you so much for joining me, Danielle. As always, thank you so much for being the awesome mod that you are, and Dev that you are. Let's see, Wednesday, we look forward to hopefully being on air. We're supposed to be last week, but health. Once again, check out the, see if I can do this again. There we go. Yes, they're already pinned, but there they are. Website, Discord, and YouTube channel where you'll see all of our back stock as well of videos. Discord server, we have an awesome server. Small but actively growing. Lots of fun and questions. And of course, website for Hidden Worlds, the RPG that we do. We have a brand new card game, of course, Stealing Scenes, Action, and then my fiction as well, which is the Knight's Bane trilogy, a secret government team of monster hunters trying to save the world and not die. Trying being the operative word. So, all that being said, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's been a fun couple hours. We got to do this more because it's really, really fun. And I am not nearly as crazy talking to myself on this thing as I am just talking to myself in general. So, hey, there we go. We'll see you next time, probably next Sunday. although I'm running out of, it's not a bad thing. I'm running out of projects for Luke that are due right now, so we may end up doing just a mystery OLGM Theater 2K, which is where we do our commentary, where we add our actors' commentary on the series that we did on YouTube, the Misadventures of the Restore Corps. So maybe that for next. Maybe that for next.
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't skip this.
That was not good. Siri all of a sudden popped up. I had to turn her off. Seriously. Anyways, distractions. Attention deficit, squirrel. I'm just saying. Anyways, thank you so much. Again, thank you for doing that. That will be a bummer, Danielle, that you won't be here next Sunday, but we shall soldier on, theoretically. Anyways, thank you so much. Have a great day. Have great games. Have a